It's always a pleasure to speak with you. How has your summer been? If anything, how is 2023 so far for you?
It's been an incredibly busy year. The summer has been great. I'm exhausted of this revolving door of back-to-back events, but it's been a really amazing year so far.
Okay, you just said back to back events. For folks who may not recognize your name and what those events are, what's been going on for the last little while?
So I produced the Honey Jam Artist Development Program for emerging female artists from across Canada, all genres and all cultures. And it's just been a busy year. We started off in February doing an Amazon Music Originals recording and video with Melanie Fiona, who was celebrating the 10th anniversary of her debut album, The MF Life. So we started off with a bang and we haven't stopped.
How many years are we talking now?
28. And I'm only 28. So how's that even possible?
Good, because you answered my next question is how is it that you don't age? So
This is
that
AI.
answers
That's
that
that's what it is. This is an AI.
AI can never be so beautiful. So don't even try me on
Oh,
that
thank
one.
you.
Did you ever think that this would become what it has become? Because it's a very, very important part of the Canadian music industry.
I never ever, never ever. It was never a plan. It happened by accident. And I thought, okay, let's see how it goes for a year. And here we are, 28 years later.
Talk a little bit about the brainchild behind this, because I think that's the most important part, I do believe, with this.
Well, as I was saying, it happened by accident. I edited an all-female issue of Mike Check magazine, and we were talking about misogyny in hip hop and women in hip hop. And we had a rap party, and the rap party featured female artists and poets, and DJs. And when it was over, everyone said, "Oh, when's the next one?" What? What are you talking about? So yeah, so there was no grand vision, grand plan 28 years ago. Just making it up as I went along. I was a full-time legal assistant. I was running a mentor program for at-risk Black youth. And then this came along and, you know, it just evolved. So at first it was just the concert, and we never used to have auditions. So if you said, "Oh, my daughter can sing," I would just believe you and say, "Okay, bring her on down." But after Nelly Furtado performed in 1997, a lot more eyes were on us. And so we became a lot more formal. And then we started the educational component in 1996 with the seminars that we used to do. We used to do one per year because back then I was just financing it off of my salary from being a legal assistant. So there was no sponsorship, but we just continue to grow and expand and be able to do a lot more things.
Do you believe women are finally getting the dues to them in the music industry?
In a word, no. It has absolutely gotten better, 1,000%. There's still so much work to be done, but it has definitely gotten better, and you will see women in lead positions and in traditionally male-dominated areas like production, engineering, and so on. But in far too few numbers, it's a slow burn, but technology has made a lot of things more accessible in terms of being able to learn, in terms of artists being able to, you know, do it yourself, experimental production, etc. Um, yeah, and fear of a mean tweet goes a long way in some people adjusting their behavior, shall we say?
Mhm.
But you will still see bombshell exposés of people in the industry who are exploiting women and not treating them well, harassing them, assaulting them, etc. So that's still happening.
How does Honey Jam institute those uh the that essence of from what is learned from back in the day to help these artists continue? And the other thing too is you talked we mentioned the word genres. Honey Jam is all about different genres and representing women in music.
Absolutely. From the hip hop, pop, R&B, country. So one of our alums is Jenna Walker of the Rec Laws, and they've been like selling bazillion records. They're hosting the CCMAs. We've got opera singers, everything. So yeah, we definitely embrace all genres. And in terms of how we impart knowledge and advice, we have mentors that we work with, people who come in and speak to groups. We do some one-on-one mentoring, and we just do our best to guide, expose to different information, um, have them open their minds to receiving different information. Um, and I mean, that's the best we can do. It's like raising children, right? You do the best that you can. You make resources and information available to them. You advise as best you can. And then, you have to cut the navel string and let them fly. We never fully cut the navel string, though. It's a forever sisterhood um, that we're very, very proud of. It's a close knit Honey Jam family. So as long as they are doing things, we are there, cheering them on, supporting them, promoting them, and continuing to offer opportunities to them for sometimes decades.
You talked about the mentoring. There are some new things that have been implemented with that when it comes to Honey Jam. I've been seeing uh I mean the young ladies are everywhere. What I can
Yes.
tell when I follow along. But I've seen there's been some new spots that they've been hanging out at and being able to express themselves and learning from. Where are some of the new spots that they've been at now?
So one of them that we were thrilled about is Music Canada. So we did a session with Miranda and Reagan where each artist spoke about where they were in their journey. And they did a deep dive and took lots of notes. And they are now going to connect each one of them with someone in their network who that artist said. So if the artist said, I really need advice from an entertainment lawyer, or I really need help getting a publisher, or whatever it is. So that's something that we would do informally, but it was great to have, especially an organization like Music Canada, the types of contacts that they have, the type of power that they have, um, that I'm sure they could just tap some of the best in the business to say, would you do this, and just have a little bit more leverage that we might have and more reach, and more national reach. So that was an amazing thing for the artist to have that opportunity to be listened to, all of us there in a room, and hearing each other's stories. And so then they can support each other. They got to know each other a little better. We got to know them a lot better. That was awesome. We went to Spotify recently. That was great. We went to TikTok. So yeah, we've been doing some new things this year.
Wasn't there a concert involved too?
We're doing a concert with Union Summer on Tuesday, August the 8th, called the Honey Jam Hour. That's going to be a free lunchtime concert. So
I
that's a
love
lot of
this.
fun.
I love
And it's
this.
great to be able to offer paying um, jobs, gigs to the artists, whether it's someone has contracted us to put something together and them get paid, or people ask us for referrals and we're able to do that. It's really, it's really a beautiful thing, community that we have built. And it just keeps growing and growing stronger from year to year.
Now, one thing you also mentioned too about you used the term national when we were talking. When we talk about these amazing artists, we are talking national because they're not just
Hmm.
from Toronto, they're not just from Ontario, they're literally across Canada when they audition.
Yes. Last year we had an artist from the Yukon for the first time ever, but every year we have artists from around the country. So this year, besides Ontario, we've got PEI, twin sisters. That's a first for Honey Jam. Twin
Wow.
sisters from PEI, an artist from New Brunswick who's going to be our first artist doing a French language um, song, a couple of artists from Vancouver, and an artist from Nova Scotia who we found when we did a pop up in Nova Scotia. Excuse me, a pop up audition for the first time ever. We held auditions outside of Toronto because we were attending the 35th anniversary of the ECMA conference. And we thought, well, hey, while we're out there, why don't we do a pop up audition? So we did. And Haley Smith is the artist who was chosen. And turns out she's the sister of Reenie Smith, who is one of our alums.
That's amazing.
I didn't even know that when she got chosen.
See how it just comes around? But
Yes, that's when you know it was meant to happen.
exactly. But the best way for us to meet all of these amazing performers, you have a showcase that's going to be happening. And I think
Yes.
with everything going on, this is the most important part. What is the showcase?
See, I've got my orange on to match. It's coming up on Thursday, August the 17th. Another new thing this year is brand new venue, TD Music
Yes.
Hall. Yep, named after our biggest sponsor, TD. Thank you so much, TD. It's state of the art. It's still got that new car smell, amazing acoustics and visuals. We can't wait to do our own little test drive. Yeah, Thursday, August 17th, TD Music Hall, which is right next to Massey Hall. Tickets are only $25 if you go to either our website, our Instagram at the Honey Jam, or TD Music Hall, Massey Hall. You can go through the link and get your tickets there.
And what's also important people should realize too is who can be in the audience. It's not just alumnus who can be there. It could be Juno Award winners,
Oh, yeah.
performers, industry people. I have been there, so I
Media,
know what I bumped
parents.
into.
Yeah, everyone is welcome. It's open to the general public, and we can't wait. It's going to be a great summer party. And
For
I'm
folk.
celebrating my birthday too.
Oh, well, what did we say? A happy 25th birthday?
You can say it now.
Like I said, you do not age at all. Congratulations on that.
Thank you so much.
And as we wrap this up, Honey Jam is going to happen again next year. What do you want to say to the future folks who are going to audition and hopefully have this great experience?
I want to say experiment with your art. Don't look at what's selling and decide, well, that's selling, so I better do something similar to that so that I'll get people interested. Take a chance. Take a chance. Be yourself. Don't force yourself into something that's not you, but yeah, lose yourself in it and, think about ways to make you not fit in, but stand out from the pack.
Amen to that. And it's true. Like I said, I've been a judge once or twice. I've seen the talent that has come through, and it's very true, especially since they only have a minute to audition. When
You
they
know,
audition in front of the judges, the best were the ones where you did a double take and went, excuse me, what did I just hear and what did I just see?
yeah,
And as you said, someone like Havaya Mighty is a perfect example of somebody who is unique, different, exciting, and she is a great representation of women in
And
hip hop, women in
authentic.
music. Very,
Authentic. She is
very much
who
so.
she is and deal with it, you
Last
know?
question: when the heck are they going to get you into the Canadian Music Hall of Fame? Because you deserve to be there, or at least your own star on the Walk of Fame. You deserve to
Oh
be
my
there with
goodness.
everything you're giving back.
Thank you so much. I really don't think about those things. If ever honors and awards happen, I happily accept on behalf of the work that Honey Jam has been doing for almost 30 years. But to be honest, my greatest reward is when the artists write to me to tell me what it means to them. Just today, before the interview, I saw an artist post, I wouldn't be where I am today without Honey Jam. That is the prize for me. That's the only reason that I keep doing this. It's not been easy. There's not enough funding, there's not enough staffing. And so, yeah, that's the reward to me. Otherwise, there would be no point. If it doesn't have value for the artists, for the culture, for the industry, then there's no point. So those are the accolades that I want are from the artists who we are here to assist, to promote, to help, to encourage.
Absolutely. And you just reminded me about something. The last question for funding. Where do folks go if they want to be part of this? They can help fund this. If they want to donate, where do they go?
They can contact me at honeyjaminfo@gmail.com.
Fantastic.
And
Ebony,
that would
always
be
great.
amazing.
Always great speaking with you. Happy birthday. I'm going to say it early. And
Thank
I'm going to be down
you.
there for the show. So I cannot wait to see the young ladies or who I'm going to end up speaking to on the red carpet or doing Zoom
These
interviews.
are the girls.
They all look great. I can't wait because there's always one, two, or three of them that I end up interviewing. And somewhere in the interview, we end up talking about you and Honey Jam. Congratulations.
Oh, and everyone can see all of their information at honeyjam.com. All of their bios, their photos, links to their music. Go check them out and follow them.
Thanks again.
Thank you.